Right, so we know that we start off with my hero following this dude called Midori. And he lives in this world where everyone has quirks. What are quirks? They're like weird special abilities as duplicating yourself, being able to levitate small objects towards you, shooting sticky tape out of your body parts. So from all these like zany, crazy quirks, everyone has, and superheroes, supervillains are like really, really prevalent in this universe. But this kid that we start off with as our like entry main character, he is quirkless, very, very rare apparently. But he does not have to work. He's just a regular superhero, and a lot of people shun him for it. And yeah, we start off in this universe. He's like a mega fan of the number one hero, All Might, or as I like to call him, Dad Might.
Yeah.
And he's just like in this world, seeing like a bunch of heroes, just knows about all the heroes, trying to understand their powers, making like drawings of them. He is like fanboy number one. Like there is no topping this guy in being a hero fanboy. Even like his schoolmates that have quirks he put in these books and is like jotting down notes about him whenever they see them do new things, see like strategies, and he even analyzes like what their fighting patterns are.
Yeah.
I have a gripe with this because I think he actually does have a quirk or a quirk, and I think it's just being super analytical. Like this dude is like so analytical to the point that it's unnatural. So that's my favorite. But in the world for the story, he's quirky. But yeah, so he meets his idol, All Might, saving a person. All Might tries to escape, but this kid hangs onto his leg. And yeah, it's the first 2 or 3 episodes, so I don't call it spoilers. I don't know about you. Do you think what I'm about to say is a spoiler?
No.
No? Okay. So he hangs on to All Might, and All Might's like, oh shit. And then cliffhanger moment, he starts bleeding from the mouth as they're jumping in the air. He has to crash land on a roof. Turns out All Might is hurt, and his super beefed up superhero state, he turns into a frail, skinny, looking like a twig dude. And yeah, so he can't use his power for more than I think it's 3 hours a day, something like that.
Yeah.
And and he like explains this whole story to Midoriya, and Midoriya's dreams of number one superhero, the favorite superhero of all time, are slightly shattered because this kid is like a very, very positive person. And yeah, so things happen here and there, conversations happen, situations happen. One of his classmates gets captured by a villain, and even though a lot of superheroes are like trying to help it get in there, they don't know how to approach the villain. And All Might, who could probably save the kid, can't use his ability because it's already used up 3 hours. And Midoriya sees his teammate, or his classmate, being attacked and strangled and consumed, basically. And he goes in to save him, even though he doesn't have a quirk, and he is scared shitless. And you can see it on his face. Oh, this show has great animation. This show, to me, probably has the best ever representation of and detail of manga drawing brought out on. Like, there are so many moments where the characters can be still, but the scene is moving. Like, to do that. The characters, you still see the scene moving, and you just see these characters still. They're drawn as an if movement, but they're still. It's like you're seeing a manga panel on your TV screen, and you just see this dude, this kid, just trying with no quirk, no way to beat this guy, just trying to save it.
Yeah.
Motivates All Might to use his ability more, and saves the kid, takes him somewhere, before everyone finds out his secret, that he's hurt and can't be All Might all the time. And he offers his superpower, which is all for one, I do believe, or one for all. It's a mix up there. But his power can be inherited, and he also pass it down to Gloria, which obviously goes insane and passes out. And then he starts screaming, hurts the power. He doesn't know how to control it. He tests to go into this superhero high school, the Sky High.
Yeah, the Sky High. The Japanese version.
Yeah. So, and then we're introduced into what the show's gonna focus on, which is My Hero Academia.
Right.
At least what's the name of the show. I feel like this little Midoriya arc, even though he's obviously like the central entire show, I feel like this show really is about the class, not just Midoriya.
Yes.
So it's oh my god. I'm so ready for the show to continue. Anyways, we're introduced into all these different characters. Right now there are 3 seasons out.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know,
far.
do you want to talk about all 3 seasons? Because I could talk about all 3 seasons.
Well, in a half hour, it's kind of hard, but I don't know where to even to start. I mean, do you actually have a favorite character besides the protagonist? And the roster in this anime is huge.
Oh yeah, like hella huge. Like I said, everyone in this universe has a quirk.
Yes.
The only quirkless people we've met is Midoriya and All Might, because All Might received his quirk from someone else originally.
Yeah.
He didn't have a quirk. So.
Oh yeah.
But I do have a favorite character. It's I'm trying to remember his name right now, but my favorite character is Umikage Tokoyami. He's the dude with the bird face.
Oh yeah, he's really cool.
He is my favorite character. So his quirk is that, first off, he's a bird person.
Yeah, he ain't even a human.
And then he isn't even just a bird. He's also like this samurai dude. Like he's got this like samurai thing going on where he's like calm, collected. He analyzes things, and his quirk is that he has this like shadow demon living within him, and this shadow demon has in a sense a mind of its own, but they can communicate and work together.
Mm-hmm.
But then if he's in like in a dark area like a cave, and he activates his quirk and brings that shadow demon out, that shadow demon can try and do him to become like the dominant half of himself, and I just find that really, really interesting, and he's my favorite character, the one I want to see the most of. It's I love and he's written perfectly. Like he improves himself. You can see that he's maturing and understanding as he's training and learning, going through.
I think he's the most mature one. I mean, the other ones are just acting really cool and all, but I think he's like in a higher level of mentality from
I'm
the
sorry.
other
I
kids.
can definitely tell you someone not acting mature who is progressive. Fucking Mineta, the fucking grape head
Uh,
dude.
oh gosh.
Mineta's like, I don't know why that character. I don't know how he got into that, or how he's gotten anywhere.
No.
But yeah, there's this. So when I said that like Midoriya is our like main entry character, everyone in this class becomes main character immediately. The story is about all of them, and it affects everyone, and you get to see everyone change and reaction, and how they like how the relationships between them change depending on the situations and what happens, and it's insane. It's like it's a slice of life mixed with a shonen.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And I know a lot of people like to say that, oh no, the show's just a shonen. It's a bad shonen. It just came out at a good time. It's like, no, it's not just a shonen. It has a hell of a lot more stuff mixed into it with the school aspect.
Yes.
And how the world is built. So, first arc, we don't get to see a lot of all the characters or like any backstory on them, just like the basics of their powers.
Right.
And the show, for the first arc, I would say focuses on Midoriya, Bakugo, All Might, and maybe Ida. Did I say his name right? The speed dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're like your entry level first start main character. And it like presents you this world, and in the season 1 finale it just shows you like the true danger of this world. It like immediately just blindside punches you in the nose with like what's at stake.
Yeah.
And I've never had a show. Well, I'll take that back. There's only ever been one other show that like knocks you into reality as to what's at stake and how dangerous it is. That other one show being Slime. But yeah, and then in the second season, it's like a little more fun. It opens up the world a little bit. It fleshes out all its characters. They did it really smart. They had the tournament arc. What was the fighting festival? You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. Wow.
It was so perfect.
Yes.
Was there any moment in sorry that I skipped over a lot. Was there any moment in season 1 that you found really, really interesting that like called out to you? Because I'm gonna flesh out the fighting festival a little bit.
Let's see. Season 1. Well, I saw my my favorite character in their fighting, at least in the season 1. I mean, and that is Eraserhead. Oh God. A lot of it's a it's a sensei of all of them. So that I think it was like 4-minute fight, because then All Might, I think this was the last 2 episodes of season 1.
Yes, I would probably say 3, 4. Because I think the Aizawa, the one you said, Razorhead.
Yeah.
He gets to basically fight for like a whole episode.
Yeah.
And then in that like mini arc, in that like final mini arc, season 1, it's like 4 episodes. The first episode, Eraserhead gets to fight. So does Black Hole.
Yeah.
Then
he fights for a couple of minutes and that's it. He gets owned.
He gets owned quick. Yeah. Then the second episode is the students fighting back and defending themselves.
Yeah.
Then the third episode is still Aizawa Sensei or Razorhead
Yeah.
Fighting, but then the students trying to help. Then All Might arrives, and then we get the final episode, which everything just explodes and goes.
Indeed. So Eraserhead, his quirk is basically if you see him like with lazy eyes and slacking too much and he's just really quiet. Well, his quirk is basically you need to keep your eyes open to actually erase your opponent's quirk for a limited time, because if he blinks or he actually does not
breaks line of sight.
exactly it won't work on the opponent. So he actually uses this weird sunglasses.
Yes, I've seen these before. They're like misdirectional glasses.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like similar to what race jockeys use on racehorses.
Yeah.
To keep their eyesight in a certain direction. So like the fact that it blocks your eyesight from one direction means that direction won't be able to look at you. So
exactly.
it's something like that. So it like misdirects you. In this case, for the horses, it's forward, but for him, it's like more sideways, so that he can't look in front of him, but he can see like slightly to the sides. And with that, he can keep his sight on someone, but because of like the misdirectional part, no one can know where he's
looking at. Exactly. And that's pretty cool. That is why I like this guy.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah. What else? There was this. I barely remember season 2. Since season 3 was like.
What?
Yeah. Well, season 2 was like the tournament and all that, and they were like kind of like doing these kinds of tests, kind of like a Hunter x Hunter, type of thing. And and then the tournament. I think season 2 was actually the same amount of episode of season 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, most of the seasons are the same amount of seasons.
Except for the third one.
Season 2 had 3 arcs. Season 2 had like 3 mini arcs. So it was the mini arcs were the fighting tournament.
Yeah.
Hero Killer Stein or Stain with an A, so it's Stain. And the kidnapping. The first part of the kidnapping.
Yes.
So a lot of stuff happened in season 2.
Yes. Wasn't the kidnapping on the third season?
The kidnapping. So the students' side of the kidnapping was season 2. Then they had the pause, and then the adult heroes' point of view of the kidnapping opened season 3.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the arcs are kind of mixed up with the seasons, and that kind of confuses me, since Boku no Hero actually stops, takes a break, and leaves the manga to at least do more chapters, so it won't catch up.
They do that. They do that so that it doesn't, like, the companies talked about this, and I find it then super smart. I'm really glad that
it is smart. I mean,
they treat it like a show.
Exactly.
So they do like half the season, and they take the pause, and they do half the season again.
Exactly.
And then they wait like a good period, like 4 or 5 months, until they continue releasing episodes again. And the reason that they do this is because they say, we like watching anime too, and we don't like fillers. So they're doing this to let the manga play out, so that they have more stuff to get from.
Exactly.
And they don't have to fill it with pointless fillers as the manga's being written.
Exactly.
So it's a more concentrated show, because there is a lot to concentrate on in this show.
Yes. And it is a really good company, as you know. The animation in this anime is just top notch. It's just like near perfection, and that is like the fight scenes. Wow, they're just pure amazing and jaw dropping. I'm gonna mention one of my favorite fighting scenes, and that is All Might versus One for All. Holy freak! You remember that one, right?
Oh yeah. How could you forget that, man?
Oh my gosh, that fight! Oh, holy Jesus! It's just not the actual fight; it's the background and the story that they actually made up. Like, man, this the guy who actually made Boku no Hero. I mean, he got totally inspired by, of course, the Kishimoto and other kinds of mangakas, but he has his own stuff. And wow, the background story between them is just like amazing. It's what a lot of shonen lack today. Since there's no background in your fighting, it's like they're just fighting. But this one right here is just wow. We already in this fight we know who actually gave All Might his powers and all that, and I was like, damn, that is so freaking cool. And we actually saw All Might with his skinny form, have his muscular form, fighting One for All. Damn, I almost cried in that. It was just amazing. I could fan out all night and like, damn, this is it's in the top 10 fights of 2018. I have to say it. There's other fights from other animes which I'm going to mention later on the episodes of Fyxshion Reydiou, but this one right here needs a lot of respect because I mean it's and One for All is more of a really heavy villain with a good purpose, with a good background, and that is just amazing to just see that again, because I've been like watching a lot of shonen anime, and all these bad guys, they just don't seem like I can't buy you, man, that's too cliche. But this one, holy shit, I have to say it. Oh my god, it's just and how it ended is just amazing. It's just they were throwing punches and like back and forth, and All Might was actually surviving in the fight. It was just amazing, and everyone was watching. Literally, everyone. I was like, man, and everyone is like watching him in his skinny form. I was like, oh my gosh, the people's reactions and all that. It was a massive destruction. Like, the fight made a lot of destruction in part of the city, and it's part of it. But of course, if you're gonna be a hero, stop destroying buildings or go somewhere else to fight with your bad guy, for crying out loud. So yeah, I don't know about you, Diz, but what is your favorite fight of this series so far?
Okay, so I have two fights that are kind of like at the same level. Still haven't decided which one fight. But I'm gonna start off with the one that happens first in the series. At the fighting festival, Midoriya versus Todoroki.
Todoroki. Yeah.
So Todoroki has this quirk called half hot, half cold. So his mom has ice abilities, his dad has fire abilities, and his left side has fire abilities, his right side has ice abilities. So Todoroki is this character who's always saying he is the son of the number 2 hero, Devon. And Darren's this like fire dude who's very, very tough, very big, very muscular. And he's always been number 2 to All Might. So he wanted Todoroki to become the number 1 hero and dethrone All Might.
Alright.
So he like specifically chose someone to breed with he doesn't love this lady. He doesn't take care of this lady. He chose this lady just to breed, to get this kid with this quirk. It's the horrible story that you get to see throughout this fight.
Yeah.
And Todoroki refuses to use his fire side. Now, Midoriya knows this. They talk about it before their fight, throughout the tournament, throughout their time as classmates. And in the fight, Midoriya breaks past his limit so much just to prove to this kid that, hey, if you're gonna be a hero, use your full power. Being a hero isn't your quirk or what power you use.
Mm-hmm.
This is to me the fight that sets the mindset for the entire show. That to be a hero isn't your power or your quirk. To be a hero is a mindset, which is it's a way of thinking. It's a way of life. It's a way of following a path for yourself. It's a way to find yourself, to keep yourself, follow your soul, to be a hero. And this is why Midoriya, even when he didn't have powers, like the first episode, he knew this, he understood this, he was wired like this, which is why even though he didn't have powers, we see a bunch of representations of backflashes during the first episode where he tries to save people even though he can't do it. So to me, this fight is very emotional. I really, really enjoy this fight.
Nice, yes.
And the second fight that I really find interesting just because it's so cool and the way that's animated is amazing is during the training camp arc in season 2 is Midoriya versus Muscular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the name. That's the name of the quirk.
Yeah.
I never really get like the name, but Midoriya versus Muscular. That is one hell of a fight where you get to see how much Midoriya can really do.
Yes.
And if you just want to see something really cool, that's your fight. And then for me, after that, would definitely be the same one you picked, All Might versus All for One.
Yes. Come to think that this anime also is the kind of anime that I know we all know it's mainstream, but of course it's fully recommended. I mean, it's not like it doesn't seem like a ripoff. It just doesn't. It has its own stuff and it's unique, and everyone has its special abilities, and that is why I love this series. And I know I grew up with Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, and Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, but give these kids a chance. I mean. Give these kids a chance because it's more like a it's a shonen, but at the same time it's really good. It's like I said, it has its unique stuff and it deserves its respect. And there's also a game coming out this month. Or by now, if you're watching this, it's already come out, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, and I totally, also support the things that are out from the manga and anime, just like I don't know, any art, any video game, something else, action figures. Even though I'm almost 27 and still have some toys, but still, if you're a true fan of Shonen Jump, this is good for you. This is gonna be a hell of a run. because it has so many stories, and the arcs are just well written, and that is, the result is gonna be like, this is good writing. So yeah, without further ado, it's already 30 minutes. So we're gonna end it right here. So please don't forget to favorite, rate, comment, and subscribe. This has been Zyberpunky.
And Didsikal.
And we'll see you guys later.
Farewell.